You hear the news? Tony Stark's returning to Marvel.
What the fuck, dude? You made me spill coffee all over my goddamn keyboard. You know how much I paid for this thing? This was $10 at Walmart. Thanks.
Dude, this is so much more important, okay? This is about Robert Downey Jr. possibly returning to Marvel, even though we all know that he shouldn't. He had a perfectly good send-off in Endgame, and him coming back would just be cheap. But we all know what's going to happen eventually, Doolittle Bond. But that's neither here nor there. Were you watching porn?
What? No, porn? No. What are you talking about? No, and Robert Downey Jr. isn't coming back. Oh, look at the time. I gotta go. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel once again. I am Robert Storms. As always, if you're finding me for the very first time, please be sure to click that like and subscription button. That way you guys can stay up to date on all future content here on this channel, as well as hit that notification. Also, guys, I have a Discord that I'm currently trying to reach a goal of 100 members. It's completely free to join. You can click on the link either in the description box below or the pinned comment. So, guys, Robert Downey Jr. possibly coming back to the MCU. So let's talk about this for a second. Now, this source is coming from Comic Book News. That's where I got the source for this article and this topic of this video. We're going to go over what it actually says and whether or not this is true. And then we're going to talk about, should he come back? Is it a smart thing to come back? And why would Robert Downey Jr. want to come back to the MCU? So first of all, Comic Book News put out this article, and this was done after the Russo brothers and Robert Downey Jr. attended a watch party, I believe this past Monday, and they were asked, do they want to come back, and would Robert Downey Jr. come back? And Robert Downey Jr. said, the people will move us toward what they want. So meaning, if the people want Robert Downey Jr. to come back as Iron Man, that he would be open for the idea. At least that's the way I interpret what he was trying to say, and you could read that several different ways. Maybe if the MCU starts falling down money-wise, then maybe that's people saying, hey, you know what, we want Iron Man back, and then that would be the idea of the people are leading them toward where they want, much like in other things where you see stuff decline, they kind of go back to the status quo. So looks like Robert Downey Jr. is open to the idea. Now, I'm going to give my opinion on why I think Robert Downey Jr. will return as Tony Stark, aka Iron Man, in the MCU. If you look at some of the movies he's done outside the MCU, they haven't really been financially successful. Doolittle was a financial flop. Other movies he's done just hasn't done that well in the box office. The same thing can be said with Chris Hemsworth, to be honest with you. Chris Hemsworth, the movies are fine, but they don't make a lot of money in the box office, Other than Thor, he's not really a big draw. So that really comes down to who's more important, the MCU brand or the actor's name. And in this case, I think Robert Downey Jr. and Marvel and the MCU go hand in hand. I do think Marvel can succeed without Robert Downey Jr. Hell, we've seen other movies that done it. There was movies like we didn't have Robert Downey Jr. and Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel made $1 billion. Robert Downey Jr. wasn't in Black Panther, made $1 billion. So I think the MCU can move forward and do just fine without Robert Downey Jr., but I do think you get an extra boost. I mean, Spider-Man Homecoming, many might say that movie wouldn't be as successful as it was without Robert Downey Jr. playing Iron Man in that movie. People like me think it probably would have been better without Iron Man and Tony Stark in that movie. But you kind of got to look at it, and you got to look at the charts. It's a business. People don't understand that. You got to look at it as a business. If the numbers start going down, then sure, you want to bring back your big guns. And I do think we're going to see Robert Downey Jr. coming back in the MCU as Iron Man. I do think we're going to see that at some point. In comic books and in superhero properties, characters barely ever stay dead, right? I would be down if we had like Avengers 7 and it was like the Battle of Galactus and we're getting people from different dimensions and stuff. But would I like to see like a regular movie and then, oh, here comes Robert Downey Jr., here comes Tony Stark, he's back now. They did something. I don't know. Tony Stark died for a reason in Endgame. He died for a reason. It put the cap on the first phases of the Infinity Saga. So if you're going to bring him back, it has to mean just as much as his sacrifice. So that's important to me. I'm all for bringing back Tony Stark. I love Iron Man as a character. He was what catapulted the MCU. So I love the idea of bringing him back. It looks like Robert Downey Jr. wants to come back. Otherwise, he wouldn't say what he said. And I would love to see him come back with Chris Evans and the Russo brothers. And I hope it means just as much as I Am Iron Man and that sacrifice he did at the end of Endgame. But anyway, guys, what do you think? How do you feel about the article? How do you feel about Robert Downey Jr.'s quote in this article? Be sure to leave those comments in the comment box below. Once again, guys, I want you guys to please hit that like, subscribe button, hit the bell notification. That way you guys can stay up to date on all future content. And please think about signing up for the Discord. It's 100% free, and I do have the link in the description and pinned comment below, guys. So leave your comments. Tell me what you think. Robert Downey Jr., you want him back? Yay? Nay? Leave those comments below, guys. And until next time, as always, I'm Robert Storms, and that's my opinion.